Hello, class, how are you doing? This is Mr. Waters, and I was just checking over your homework, and I saw that based on the answers to the even problems, we had some issues with doing the homework, okay? Some of you, for example, appeared to be using the volume formulas when we're actually calculating the surface area here. Now, I'll admit, the surface area problems are a lot more challenging. Okay, but so what we're going to do here is I'm going to go through the even versions of the homework, which is right here, or at least some of them. I'll go through some of the even problems. And so what I'm going to ask you to do is to take a look at your homework again, right? Based on what I've shown here and what the answers are supposed to be on the ones that I've demonstrated. I'd like you to go back. Your homework, your new homework, is it going to be to go back and rework the problems, just the even ones, you understand? Okay, doing it correctly. Okay, using the correct surface area procedure. Okay, all right. So anyway, so here's the first one. Now, I know that this is a confusing looking picture, and there's a lot of different numbers there, but they want to make sure that they've given you all the information. What we've got is we've got a box here that has 6 sides. And the front side, I hope you can see, is 3, or the entire box is 3 here. It's 1 deep, and this is 1 here, and this is 1. And then each of the longest sides, this here is 5, and that's 5, and that's 5. So maybe you can see that this thing has got 6 faces to it, right? And I'll try to draw you another picture of it, kind of like this. All right. There it is. So this is 1, this is 3, and this is 5, right? And it's got kind of a hidden side, which they're showing there with the dashed lines, right? And so hopefully you can see that there are 6 sides, right? There's this side here. Oopsie. Now you can see it. There's this side here. There's this side here. Which is a hidden side, which is actually behind. There's the bottom side, which is actually underneath. There's the top. And then there's the front, and then there's another side here, which is the biggest side, and then there's another hidden side on the back side of it, which is also 3 by 5. So there are 6 faces. I hope you can see here. There's this one, and then the back side, which are, and on this picture, hopefully you can see each of them are 1 by 3. 1 here, 3 there. So there are 2 sides that are 1 by 3. That's this side and then the back side. Then there's 2 sides that are 1 by 5. One that's kind of on the bottom, hidden on the bottom, and then the top side up here. And they are both, I'll write them like this, 1 by 5, right? And then there's the biggest faces here, this face here, which is 3 by 5, and then the hidden face over there, which is also 3 by 5. Now I've kind of broken it down like that to show you that there are 6 sides that we're trying to get the area to, right? Let me make this so that I'm not gonna keep going off the screen. Okay, there's 6 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have to find, to get the surface area, we have to find the area of each, right? So this front side, that's 3 by 5, that's, let me get another color here. 3 by 5, that's going to be 15. Then this side right here is 15. Then this side, 3 by 5, that's 15, so the side behind is 15. Then the side in front, which is 1 by 3, that's 3. And then this hidden side over here, that's 3, right? And then the top here, which is 1 hopefully you can see that that's 1 by 5. So it's equal to 5. And then the side on the bottom, this side right there, which is also 1 by 5, that's represented over here. So these are the six faces. So we add 15 plus 15 plus 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 3. That's the total surface area. Now, when you show your work, and you have to show your work, you can't just send me a list of answers, okay? When you show your work, you don't have to draw out all these pictures, although I think that would be helpful. At a minimum, you've got to indicate the area, the 6 areas that you've got, because on these rectangular prisms, you're going to have 6 areas, and you're going to show what they add up to. Don't just write, just don't put the final answer down. Okay? That's equal to 46 in its square kilometers, or kilometers, because it's area. Does that make sense? So that's kind of what we've got to do. We've got to find the area of 6 sides. We're not finding the volume on the inside. Now, you're going to go ahead, and based on that, you're going to do this one here. Okay? All right. Now, the second page is, I see here it's this square pyramid, right? Now, keep in mind that we're getting the area around the outside, not the volume. So we're not going to use the volume formula, right? In fact, we don't even really even have all the information for the volume formula, because the volume formula needs to have the height on the inside, whereas we're only given the slant height, it's called, the height on the outside. And hopefully you can see that those are not going to be the same, okay? All right, so anyway, so how do we find this area? Can you see that this pyramid, here it is, here's the pyramid we made, it's got 5 sides. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 triangular sides, and it's got 1 square base. So we've got to find the area of all 5 of those sides, right? Well, luckily, okay, so since each of the lateral faces, the faces pointing up, since those are triangles, we can just use the triangle formula, right? And as you can see, as I hope I've been demonstrating, there are 4 of them. So I'm going to draw the triangle face here independently, just like that. Okay? So this slant height, it's called, for the triangle, which is how far, if you were like climbing up the side of this pyramid, that's this distance right here, you understand. Okay, that's the height of the triangle, which is 4.7 and the base is 5. And there's 4 of them, so we're going to find this area. And since all 4 sides are equal in area, we can just go ahead and multiply that number by 4. And then we've got to get the area of the base, which is a square, which is 5 by 5, right? So now how do we find the area of a triangle? Well, it's base times height divided by 2, right? So this is going to be 4.7 times 5 divided by 2, right? So Mr. Calculator says 4.7 times 5 divided by 2, that's 11.75. Okay? So this is 11.75. And then, because remember there's 4 sides of that same area, we multiply that 11.75 times 4, right? Okay, which actually works out to be 47, right? And now, so the areas that are those two, the 4 sides plus the square base. So we're going to add those to, so now we've got the total of the 4 triangular sides is 47. You can see here that the area of the square is base times height, 5 times 5, which is 25. Okay? And then we add those together to get the total, and that's 72 square inches. Okay? That's how that goes. Now I'd like you to go back and try this one again using that same procedure. Okay? Again, show your work. Okay? So then we had cylinders. Now I'm going to draw this one upright because it was kind of lying on its side. And we see that it's got a radius of 5 and a height of 10. Now our formula for cylinders was the most complicated formula. It was the area of the top and the bottom which is a circle. Okay, and there's two of them, a circular top and a circular bottom. So it's 2 pi r squared, which since the radius is 5 is 2 times 3.14 times 5 to the second power. But then we have to add something for the curved, the lateral side, the vertical curved side. What's the area of that? Well, it was 2 pi r times h, because it was the circumference times the height. So that's 2 times 3.14 times 5 times 10. Okay? All right, so now Mr. Calculator does the work. So this is 2 times, we'll leave the 3.14 out for a minute because we can reassociate. We can multiply these in whatever order we want. So 2 times, 25 squared is 25 times 2 is 50. So that's 50 times 3.14. It's 157. Okay? And now over here we do 2 times 5 times 10, right? 2 times 5 times 10 is 100 times 3.14. Okay, that's 314. The total area has to be the sum total of all of the areas added together. And we're getting 471 square centimeters. Okay, so that's how that goes. Now that's the area of that. Now try number 12 again, okay? And let me know if you've got any questions about how to do it. Okay, then the last page here was a sphere. Now the sphere was the simplest shape. It was just, the surface area is just 4 pi r squared. We only had to be careful that if they gave us the diameter, like in number 16, we have to take half of that to get the radius. So this, number 14, they give us a diameter of 6, right? So the radius has to be equal to 3. So now we just plunk the numbers in. All right. Oopsie, it's, 4 pi r squared, so that's 4 times 3.14 times 9, right? So 4 times 9 times 3.14, and we get 113.04. Okay, so that's how that goes, 113, right? Okay, and again, it's square feet because it's area. All right, so now go ahead and try number 16 again if you missed that one. Okay, so here's going to be your homework, is you're going to redo this, making sure that you've got the correct answers for everything. This homework, redo it, making sure you've got the correct answers for everything, okay, and know how to get it done. Okay, all right, that is all, and this will be your assignment for Friday, is to redo and then resubmit the assignment. I won't put up a new homework today. I'll just be expecting you to resubmit the old. Okay? Bye.